All right, Brody. I pretty much got the paint and stuff laid down with the clear. So let me just start walking around the car and kind of pointing out some things that I gotta touch up. But all in all, I'm happy with the results, the way that it came out. I was supposed to, I know, um, like when I was doing the primer and all that stuff, I was supposed to videotape all of that, but I didn't. I was against time, just trying to get this thing done. But let me go ahead and show you the. So I'm gonna show you one of the really nice pieces that came out really good. This rear bumper came out really good, man. And look, if you can see like right here, it may come up on the camera. I'm not sure. And this hasn't even been wet sanded or anything, man, or cut. This is just how it is, and you can see me clear as day, a reflection of me in that paint. Look at that, man. That came out really, really, really nice. Um, I had a problem with dirt or something that had got into it, and it messed it up. But I went back, sweat sanded it all down, and reshot it. Like no runs, no nothing. The other thing I don't know if it's gonna show is probably not the way it's looking. So hopefully it shows on the body. If not, it'll just be when you see it in person, you'll see the other effect. Because right now, that's just like that's the metallic, like the regular paint, and you can kind of see the flop in it with this angle as well. It's got like a nice little flop to it. But that silver shimmer, that that's the actual metallic flake. That's not the pearl that I laid into the paint. Like I said, for some reason it's not showing. Um, that this here isn't in the clear. You can see that's not in the clear. That's actually a paint run. But I said the heck with it. I just left it in there, man. I was like, I'm not gonna, because this showed up, of course, when I reshot it again. Now onto the body, and you can kind of see it here. So if you let me see if I can get it. Probably not. They say it's probably gonna have to wait till we get it in the freaking when that you actually get to see the car. But this is those silver speckles maybe that's popping every now and again that you see. Well, that's the pearl. That's the ice pearl, the blue ice pearl that was laid into it. As I get closer, you definitely won't see it. That's all the metal. That's the metal flaking. Oh yeah, right there. You can kind of see it over here. You can see it. See that? Like that shimmering or glittering effect. Look at that, man. Yeah, so that's what they call. Oh yeah, right there it's good. You can kind of see it. They call that ice pearl. So and then here's the flop because of the angle and the lighting that's hitting the car. There's nothing wrong with the paint. That's um, that's the flop that's in it. You can see it. See how it goes from like of course, like a silver, blue, purplish blue, because of the way the lighting's hitting it. And then as we continue moving down the car, the lighting again is hitting it. It's turning back to silver and light blue. Man, this is a beautiful paint. And then when I put that, yeah, you can see all of that, man. Got the jams, all of that, bro. And this is a high solids clear. While I'm over here, I'll show you one defect. Was a little pissed off about it, but it's like it's nothing that you can really do. Here, the tape it came up, of course, and this ain't even color. This is when I was primering. Freaking tape came up. Primer got up underneath of it, but with acetone and a razor blade, that'll clean out. You're probably wondering why I popped this off. It's called tape time. Pretty much you gotta allow it amount of time before the paint like bridges really bad, and then you can't get it. Like here's a bad blemish. Let me see, back up right there. The tape covered it. and tape covered it. And the funny thing is, just on this side, the other side, of course, it's like, man, I did everything I could to try to make this job perfect, and I still would have like problems out of it, man. So what I'm gonna have to do is tape around this general area. I got pour 15. I'm gonna take like a fine point paintbrush, pour 15 that, pour 15 this, let that pour 15 set up, and then I'll come back and just do mix up some touch up paint, of course, and then with another fine tip point paintbrush, touch them up. Um, this really ticked me off when I was doing it. Didn't see it when I was spraying the door. And I know this looks bad, but I'm gonna show you what that actually is. So, anyways, I was doing the door kind of closed, while the clear was it was like tacky. It wasn't dry, it wasn't wet, it was like tacky. So here is the bump stop that I should have removed and I didn't. I just taped it around. So the door came and shut. So what that actually is a paint chips, but it's the back side of the paint chip because that's the primer that was, of course, ahead of the base color and all of that. So I'm gonna try to like heat that up with my heat gun and pick it out. If I'll be happy if I can pick this stuff out of it. If not, what I'll have to do is try to get what I can and then just touch it up with a touch up brush. That way it just hides it. But it's nothing bad. It's not as bad as those two freaking spots there. Oh yeah, man. You kind of see it in the door. Again, it's funny, man, because like with photos and even videos, even high resolution videos, you can't really pick up the detail in paint sometimes, man. I wish you could see this, but like I said, you'll see it in person. Oh yeah, see like right there when I was pulling back, you could kind of see the ice effect and that pearl. See that, man? That how it's like popping a pearl and all of that. So that came out really good. I'm really happy with that. Um, the bay. Oh yeah, so you can see this too. So here's the bay. I had the bay done the other day, and like an idiot, I didn't throw a drop or something over it, and all of this is now overspray that's in the freaking. So I'm gonna take my microfiber rag, and I don't know if you can see it on my fingers, like it's dust, like a fine dust, and clean up as much as I can. Now I gotta reshoot this. So I'm gonna reshoot this today. But what I'm gonna do so I don't have problems out of my body and all of that. You can see up there, man. Look at that. Look at the way that clear is like dancing and that light's hitting that right there in that corner and then off of this in this corner. Well anyways, I'm a mask off. I got this only thing I know is that it's a soft edge tape. It's like a purple, like a light purple lavender color. Well, I'm gonna edge all the way around, and then I got my this stuff here. I got this stuff here. Then I'm gonna mask the whole car back. Just and when I'm in the process of doing like the other pieces, I've already taken out of here, like my side skirts and all of that stuff. I put that out in the yard. Let the sun get on it. I probably could put it on a parking pad, but I'm afraid somebody might walk past and take it. I don't know. But anyways, I got that stuff sitting out in the sun. That's gonna probably help it cure even better. The back bumper that's gonna go out, and here is the front bumper. Now I'm gonna show you something. You and Sean were lifesavers, man. Cause that trick that you guys told me to do with the rope and just hang it, give it like a natural hang, was perfect. That was the best advice you guys could have gave me because by doing that, it stopped it from having any runs. So like this is like no runs, no nothing in this, man. This is like beautiful. This came out really good. And this is one of those deals where dirt or something was in the finish and it like bubbled up like really, really bad. So I took the time and wet sanded that all down and then resprayed it. But I caught that dirt buildup when I had the primer. So I took a time when it was high build. Look at that, man. And look at this right here. Look at that. High build primer, wet sanded that down and shot it again like a skim coat of primer and just started putting my spray on it. But then I had the problem with the runs, and there's no runs in that. And look at that, there it is. You can see the pearl in that again. That ice pearl, man. I'm really happy with that. And then you can see the flop in the paint like right there. Um, I'm happy the way this stuff came out, man. And this also I wanted to kind of talk to you about it. If you didn't know, high solids clear. So this is the finish that I've been looking for a long time, and I didn't know. I know that there's different qualities, different price ranges of clears and all, but this stuff is a high solid. And the guy, the Marty's, when he was talking to me, explained that, and I'm glad that I spent the extra little bit of money and went with it because this is the finish that I was after. Like it's really nice, man. And it is as it hardens and cures even more, it's gonna look really, really, really good. Um, Over here in this corner is where they had drilled holes in the bumper. Actually, I'll go on the back side so you can see the repair. Maybe. Yeah, there it is. So they had drilled holes to put the license plate. So I bought the plastic filler, filled it from the back side, filled it from the front, and then I took my glaze and putty. So you can't even see any repair in that. Look at that. It's on that same side, no tricks. So took the glaze and putty, filled it in, sanded it down, and that's the result, man. Like it was never there. Like that turned out like excellent. So yeah, like I said, I got some overspray on this. Let me go to this side and show you. So this here, if you see that, that's actually on the seal, like this rubber molding. Man, I wish this was like my Integra, where this was like a hard black plastic. The only thing I would do is just scuff that and shoot it. This, I have to wet. I'm gonna tape along the edges. I'm gonna have to wet sand most of that out as much as I can, and then get that. It's got rubber restore, and then just try to get it to pop again. Because the only other option at this point is going to be popping the glasses out. And the funny thing is, before I started doing, you can see it didn't get no overspray really in here. That's where that tape lifted. But anyways, when I first started doing the body work on it, I was like, yo, I should just pop these daggone things out. They're $400 if I break them, break the glass. But at this point, I had just freaking cracked the front windshield, and it hit me with the $1,500 just for the glass not getting it put in. And I was like, man, I don't want to spend no more damn money in glass on this car. Hindsight, I probably should have just popped it out, but it is what it is. I got like a little dirt spot here or something, but just take 2,000 grit, wet sand that'll pop out, and then buff it. While we're talking about wet sanding, you can see it. There it is, like right here, right in that area. I got a slight run, and that is clear. That's a run in my clear. So 2,000. I might even start for 2,500. I don't know, and just knock that out of there, and I should be good. Really happy with the trunk. Look at the way this trunk turned out. You can see that's like really no light on it, but yeah, the clear, man, it came out really good. I'm really happy with this right there. And again, this has got that ice pearl all in it. One dumb zonk that I did on myself. I laid this in here, and I said, man, it'd be the best thing to do instead of spraying it individually. But what I should have done was secured it. I didn't. It shifted, and I was moving it around. And by me doing that, um, like it's just this little bit. I'm gonna lay this back on there so you can see it. But anyways, it's not painted, and it's a zonk that it's gonna get on my nerves because I know it's there, like this edge. So what I got to do today is tape off much as I can and shoot. Just I'm not even gonna mix the pearl in it. I'm just gonna shoot it blue base and then just clear because there's a little spot. It ain't that bad. The thing is, I have what they call detail guns. So that's why I'm not really necessarily worried about how much um, I got to. I know I got to tape off something because I don't want overspray everywhere. But I won't have to tape off like the whole trunk, the rest of the trunk to shoot that because I got these like detail guns or whatever, some people call them touch-up guns because that's exactly what they are. They're for touch-ups. Right there, see those little guys right here. These and these are that's primer gun and all that stuff there. That's yeah, but that's the heavy hitters. This gun, Sean, this is the gun I was telling you I picked up. I'm glad I did, bro. I'm glad I did. This thing is a monster in a good way. This that gun like I think really made the finish on the car. And oh yeah, it did dry. I picked up this quick change quick change system. I really like that. That was cool. Let's see, it's probably dried up too. Yeah, it's solid. I was trying to save that stuff over there, so I put a lid and all on it, but it didn't work. So one last thing, and I'm gonna cut this video off. You guys are gonna love this. It's just my luck, but it was a mixed blessing. Hose just out of nowhere, man. Like it was dry. Of course, it's been dry rotted because it just doesn't dry rot overnight. But it was dry rotted, but it was working fine. Went to finally start doing the clear and start finishing this project up. Freaking hose was cracked so bad it was leaking. Compressor couldn't hold constant pressure, so I had to go out. The blessing in disguise was the hose that I had was like 100-foot hose. This guy's only 25. I started to get a 50, but I was like, didn't want to. So when I first started shooting the car, man, that 100-foot hose was like just getting in the way. I was like tripping over it over all the time. I had to move it out of my way and stuff like that. 25-foot was perfect to come from here and wrap around the back of the car back there. So it was like perfect. So that worked out. Um, so yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I got a couple little small defects, touch ups that I have to do, but overall, man, I'm happy with the way that this thing came out. Um, the other pieces that's outside, you should see them, man. They like look good. Last thing, too, yeah, getting here the trunk. Well, the one trunk. So this is the trunk that I filled the holes, and you can see it now. Like it's the camera's probably like trying to save me, but you can see it. You can see it back there, and then here as well. I was talking to you about trying to get that out of there, but I can't. And what I would have to do is just pretty much skim coat the whole deck lid, and I didn't want to do that. I didn't want the car filled with a bunch of filler. So I said, the heck with it. I got the holes covered. They're not going to come out. So if the car's washed or it's in the elements or whatever, and this isn't even cleared yet, and because I got to do the other side. That's in the hood. But anyways, I say, man, you know what? It's going to be finished, solid. Water and stuff like that is not going to get into the car or into this to damage it. So be it. There's the other one over there. That's gonna look really good. And the wing, the actual factory wing that I'm gonna put with that one. The funny thing is, yesterday I got started and was making pretty good time. I started to go ahead and knock that all down and just shoot it all the same day. But I said, man, I'll save that because I got other little bits that I got to do. But anyways, I'm gonna cut this video short. When I go to spray the other little pieces in the trunk and all of that in the future, I'll definitely record that whole process so you guys can see me really getting busy. But anyways, appreciate you, brothers. You guys are some really good guys, man. And thanks for all the encouragement. And Mikey, thanks for all the trash talking that you do. It motivates me. But all right, guys, later.